Hey guys, we are in our last week of our Healer series, and this week is also Palm Sunday. So we're going to be looking at, you guessed it, Palm Sunday. And to tie this idea of Healer and Palm Sunday together, there's this one line that we're going to really focus on that is just something that I've never really paid attention to. I've never really noticed, because it's the part of Palm Sunday that gets ignored, or something else gets focused on. You see, Palm Sunday, Jesus comes in, everybody's shouting hallelujah. The Pharisees are like, "Teacher," which is amazing that they call him teacher in this moment. They're like, "Teacher, rebuke your disciples, tell them to shut up." And Jesus is like, "Nah, if I do that, then the stones will cry out, because this is a moment that God needs to be glorified." Me. And that's kind of what Jesus is insinuating with the Pharisees. And then Jesus sees Jerusalem, begins to weep over it, and he says something, and then he says, "You've been blinded to this, and you're going to be taken over." And he's prophesying about AD 70 and the Romans taking over the city of Jerusalem. And that's the part that gets focused on. Or Jesus riding into town and getting glorified. But the line that connects these two things, when Jesus starts weeping, he says, "I wish you knew what it would take for you to get peace." And we're going to really focus in on that idea, because Jesus is in that moment mourning what he is about to have to do, what he's about to have to go through on Good Friday. And he's saying, "I'm doing this so that you, Jerusalem, you, humanity, can have peace." And that's what we're going to be getting into, is what is peace? This idea that the Hebrews had of shalom, and this like fullness and completeness, and that we were designed for one way of life, and we don't live in that concept. And Jesus marries the two. He brings them together. And so that's what we're going to be getting into this Sunday. I'm really, really excited for it. I think it can open up some really interesting conversations, because a lot of our students, even the ones that are following Jesus, and I'm sure that you probably think this too, you wouldn't necessarily describe your life as peaceful or like full of peace. And we're going to be kind of scratching at that a little bit, and like, why don't we get that? Why isn't that our lived experience? So I'm really excited for where our conversations can head this week. I think that it'll be something really, really cool. I want to let you know a couple of things that are coming up. First off is our summer camps. You know all about those. If you are interested in signing up, please let me know. If you think this would be really good for students, encourage them to sign up. We've got 14 total people signed up for high school, and we've got me and Chris Schick signed up for junior high. So if you've got students that you think this could be beneficial, encourage them to sign up. I think that it is a great opportunity. Hey guys, come on. No? We are not going to be meeting for the next 2 weeks. We have Easter and we have spring break. So 2 Sunday nights off, and we are just going to jump right back into the deep end, because our series that we get back into is our sex series. And this year is going to be all about intimacy and dating, and we're going to get into what is purity and what is integrity and all this fun stuff. It is going to be a wild ride. So I want you just to be already praying for that. That is such an important subject for us to be talking about. This is an important developmental stage in teenagers' lives. With our middle schoolers, we're going to take kind of a step back, and we're going to look at the principles underlying some of these things. And then with our high schoolers, we're not going to pull any punches. So I'm really excited for those. I always get nervous with the sex series just because it's such a touchy subject. Which should not be a pun. But so if you could just be praying for that, praying for my maturity, apparently. That's all coming up, and I just want you guys to be aware of it. That stuff, parents get communicated with early and often. You will get communicated with early and often, and I think that it can be a really, really important and great series for our kids to walk through. So guys, all of that being said, I am so excited to hang out with you all on Palm Sunday, and I think that this can be a really great moment. I love the way that you are pouring into your students, the way that you are caring for your kids every single week, the way that you are reaching out to them throughout the week, the way that you are contacting them and just saying, like, I care about you outside of student ministry. This isn't a Westminster thing, it's a you and me thing. I care about you. It is so cool to see that. So guys, I love getting to serve with you, and I cannot wait to serve with you this Sunday night.